Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and show you how to do your project. So if you're in Google Classroom, this is 903, but if you're 901, it's the same thing basically. You're going to go to this announcement on top of Google Classroom, right? You go make sure you're on the stream. It's not an assignment or anything like that, right? So you're going to click on this thing, or one person in the group. Let's say I'm the group leader, if you want to call it that. I'm going to click on this, right? And I got a bunch of slides over here, right? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to File, make a copy of the entire presentation and give it a different name, our group project, whatever it is you want to call it, right? Now let's say I've got 3 other people in my group. You want to have at least 2 people because that's the minimum, or you could have 3 or 4, probably works best. But work with whoever you want to work with. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click share. Let's say, for example, I've got Miss Crystal's in my group, right? I know I've got Miss Cosmedes in my group. And let's say I've got, I don't know, Miss Aversano in my group. Let's do, Miss Aversano. They're all in my group, all right? So you don't write this. All right, send that. Okay. So now I've shared it. If I click, like I said, these are the people that I've shared with. You want to make sure they're all editors, right? So I've got a few different slides. You can add slides. You probably don't want to take too many away from these, but you want to add in some slides, right? Or you want to basically modify these slides, right? So we've got a title. You don't want to just leave it title, right? You call it, Dirtbag or not. All right, whatever it is you want to call it. Put in your group members' names in there. We got Dave, Crystal, Avita, and I don't remember how to spell Miss Cosmedes' first name. So I'm going to put Cosmedes. All right, there we go. Oh, thank you. All right, she's editing already. All right. Then what I'm going to go ahead and do, you can see Miss Aversano, she's going through it, right? You're going to go ahead and decide what side are you going to take. We've read 2 articles. We've read Romeo is a Dirtbag, and we read More Than Reckless Teenagers. So in More Than Reckless Teenagers, the author's making a claim that Romeo and Juliet, they've got reasons, all right, valid reasons why they make the decisions that they did. They're not just, just choosing to do things willy-nilly without thinking about it, right? So Juliet wants to escape from her, overbearing parents, especially the dad, right? And Romeo is a dirtbag. Romeo, the claim is that Romeo is not, the romantic ideal that we think of, right? For a lot of different reasons, and those are the reasons that you'll talk about here, right? All right, so everyone together, all right, you guys will decide if you've gathered some evidence, you've done annotations and all that kind of stuff in the 2 different literary analyses, right? And you're going to go ahead and basically make a list. You could do like with a numbered list, or you could just write a paragraph, or whatever it is. You could put in some pictures and all that kind of stuff. You can change the background, all those kind of fancy things. You can, animate stuff if you want and all that. Okay, that part's not part of your grade. And I didn't post a rubric for this yet, but I will soon. All right. So all of that is like basically what are the things that where they both talk about. They're both talking about Romeo and Juliet, and what do they both agree on as far as that goes, right? And then you're going to come in some of the main differences, right? Now you can all work on this one together. It probably, like, what I would do is have one person write it down and the other 3 people go ahead and one person write it down and the 3 people research things and show or brainstorm ideas about how they're similar and how they're different, right? All right, then 2 people, I would probably break this down. So if you've got 4 people, like I have in my group here, right, I would do probably 2 people, 1 person working on this slide, one person working on this slide, one person working on this slide, and one person working on this slide, right? So, two people, or one side, I guess, however you want to divvy it up, is going to find reasons why more than reckless teenager has a more valid claim, right? They agree with, they don't necessarily have to agree, you just have to be able to make an argument that more than reckless teenagers is a more valid argument, right, than Romeo is a dirtbag. And you're going to give me 3 reasons why, and then you're going to use your own logic, all right, or, you know, evidence, or whatever it is you want to use. You don't want, what I don't want to have is just copy and paste some quotes, right? If you're going to use some quotes, right, or, you know, paraphrase stuff, but then you have to tell me why that's important, right? How does this show that your argument is the correct one? You find, give me at least 3. You can give me more than 3, but you want to give me at least 3 different things that the author says or evidence that they use that supports their claim, and then you're going to tell me why that's important, right? And then what you're going to do is, again, divvy this up however you like. I would probably have like 1 person per slide if you got 4 people per in your group, right? One person, the other person's going to tell me like, why is the other side wrong, right? So you can, again, this kind of information. So if you're arguing that more than reckless teenagers, if you're arguing that Romeo is a dirtbag is the more valid argument, you agree with Romeo is a dirtbag more, then tell me why are some of the things that more than reckless teenagers is invalid, right? Why are some things that they're saying in more than reckless teenagers, why does it not work, you know, for you? All right, so tell me what the reason, what the author of More Than Reckless Teenagers says, right? And then tell me why that thing is wrong. And do that. Give me at least 2 of those. You can definitely give me more, but give me at least 2. All right. Again, these things should be in your own words. All right. Then you're gonna do the exact opposite, right? So the other side is gonna say Romeo's a dirtbag is more valid, all right? And then you're gonna tell me some things about the other side is gonna say Romeo's a dirtbag is invalid because, right? So if you're like on the Romeo's a dirtbag side, you're gonna do this slide and this slide, right? If you're on the more than reckless teenagers side, right, you agree with that, then you're gonna do this side and this slide, right? That makes sense? All right. So again, if you're arguing that more than reckless teenagers is the right choice, right, or the more valid argument, you're gonna take, you're gonna tell me like why it's correct, and then you're gonna tell me some things why Romeo is a dirtbag is incorrect. You can move these slides around if you want to, but I would probably kind of do it this way, but it's up to you. All right. And if you're doing more than reckless teenagers, or sorry, if you're saying Romeo is a dirtbag is invalid, right? Is the more valid argument, then you're going to go ahead and give me this slide and then like this slide over here. Again, whatever order you want to put these in, doesn't matter. If you want to move a slide around, you can do it, right? Like this. And if you want to go ahead and add in some different themes or different things like that, go to town, right? The most important stuff is not how it looks. It's the information that you're providing, right? And the arguments that you guys are making and the evidence you gathered and how that evidence supports the claim. Those are the main things, right? And also you have to do the other side. Tell me why the other side is wrong, right? So again, you're doing both sides, right? And you're also telling me why each side is telling me why the other side is wrong. So go to it. We've got, ideally, we're probably going to work on this some more next week as well, and then the week after that, we're going to take the selection test, because the next week is going to be a short week because we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All right, so have fun. All right, gather your evidence, and I'll see you later.